So happy new moon in Capricorn. And I was inspired to do my burning bowl ceremony and let go of my big butts. And, well, I call them cock blocks. And so, yeah, this was an interesting assignment for me because I usually am all about, the letting go and cutting away what's no longer needed and thanking the past struggles for getting me to where I am now. And there was some resistance around doing this list. I mean, I did jot down a few things and I was aware of some of my old stories and my blocks, my self-doubts and certain things, but there was some part of me that, was avoiding, some of these things. But I just decided to surrender it and just grab some note cards and wrote some things down today. And first it was just one side of one card, and then I filled the other side. Just things started coming to me, and then another card, and then filled both sides of that card with my big butts. And so now I'm ready to burn them. And what I decided and was inspired to do was to put them in a clay terracotta pot that I usually burn my incense in, and bring it outside to burn it with some dried herbs that I just dehydrated in my dehydrator. And they are plants from Danielle's garden, and they were used in a sweet little newborn photo shoot of my new granddaughter. And so, those things, the ashes, will be planted in a new pot tomorrow with some plant cuttings. And so here's to new beginnings and to new life and letting go of the old and coming into our own gifts and our own potentials and our own medicines and the love that we have to give, share, be, offer and receive, and letting love circulate freely, because love is free. Love is free to be, and love is free to be received for giving. Love is for giving and being and sharing and celebrating and enjoying. So, and allowing and being free. So love is free. We are free. I am free. So I'm going to just turn the camera around and focus on this clay pot here and my big butts list. I'm outside in my little porch with my heater and my heating pad, my little smoke pad. And there's my little pot, a little petroglyph type of art on it. All the incense, ash and dust with the little herbs of rosemary and sage and white sage. And here's my big butts list. So, my big butts. Big butts and cock blocks. I don't know how to. I'm afraid to be vulnerable and exposed. I'm fearful of being seen and rocking the boat, or letting go of control or that false sense of my ego, my little self, that thinks I'm in control. If I cling, so hard to a role. And then one thing that was really surprising to me, I left this blank for a minute because it was like, what don't I feel worthy of deserving, or I don't deserve what? What is it? And then it hit me, and it was like joy, and it really, I felt it in my heart. And I was just like, oh, I'm so sorry, self. I love you, self. I forgive you, self. Please forgive me, self. Thank you, self. I praise you, self. I bless you, self. I love you, self. I free you, self. I forgive, and I am forgiven. Thank you, self. So, afraid of being not enough or just too much. It's my small self-imposed limitations and old programs, either inherited or implanted, or, yeah, just agreed or consented to in some way, or written in somehow into my play. So it's all about letting go of that self-importance. And I got a good lesson in that today. And it really hit home, and it's what I needed. So I was looking at my Sacred Path cards book, doing some bibliomancy, and I flipped right open to Vision Quest. And it was halfway into that entry. And what I got was, you are no more and no less than the spiders, the lizards, the bears, and the bees. So you belong here, though no adding or subtracting necessary. And so it was like, it just hit me, and it penetrated, and it made me cry, and it was exactly what I needed to hear. And so letting go of that old self-importance that I'm lesser than, or that I'm better than, like anyone or anything, like I'm just part of like this great tapestry, and then just as needed as every living thing. So yeah, letting go of that, like self-importance, which was really self-pity. Yeah. And that was a big block, and that made me impotent. So self-importance makes me impotent. And then the old fears and the old stories and the false perceptions or misperceptions, the false image and the false identity, the fear and desire loops, chasing my own stories. Yeah. So I'm afraid of my power, my beauty, my light, intimidated by the feelings, that I have of, how vast I really am, the vastness of my wealth, and letting go of those feelings of feeling unworthy. And then in certain ways, I am afraid to make my move, or to just let go and change, or to let things be changed, or to let change move through me. Yeah, so that's something to think about and ponder and contemplate, and just allow itself to reveal, the truth. So I am afraid of squandering my energy on wasting my time, or is that really a story or a lie? Am I afraid of losing or failing, or am I afraid of succeeding and incurring feelings from others, like of envy and jealousy and judgment, of that being unworthy? And I'm afraid of not doing it right, correctly or properly. I'm afraid of harm, or of harming someone unintentionally. Afraid of the devastating consequences of being wrong, or being in the wrong, or doing it wrong. And then acting in error, as that's the same thing, making the wrong choice, missing the opportunity, not acting. I'm afraid to lose myself, like in this expansion, afraid of being carried away, afraid of acting crazy or foolish. Why? Because of old fears of exile, trauma, separation, and pain. And then there's this old story too that I've noticed coming up in the last 2 months as well, like that there's like a little bit of guilt there, like every time I'm blessed with like some amazing miracles or something, that there's this like, I want others to have this too. And it's like this story, this I shouldn't have what others don't have, like kind of feeling like, well, if others are suffering, then I need to suffer too, or that like I don't deserve joy, like that, like wow. And so I'm ready to let all those things go, because I know everyone can like receive the love that they need, and we can create that, and we can choose that for our being, for our well-being. And so I get to choose that for my love of me and we, and that is the indivisible totality of the two that are one. And in union, in balance, in harmony. And so, I willingly reclaim my power, my beauty, my light, to shine that forth and through illuminating the night, illuminating the darkness, and bringing it into the light. For love is free and love is all right. Yeah. And so I'm ready to let go. And so I'm going to put my cards in here and see how smoky this gets. We'll see. Might want to put it down on the ground. Okay, so here we go. I'm ready to let go. I thank and bless all the old struggles and all the old stories for helping me to know that I can claim my power and I can change and grow. I give myself permission to let it all go, to be love for me, to trust and let go. Om Shanti Om, Om Shanti Om. Om Shanti Om. Om Shanti Om, Om Shanti Om. Om Shanti Om. Om Shanti Om, Om Shanti Om. Om Shanti Om. Om Shanti Om, Om Shanti Om. Om Shanti Om. Letting go, letting go, letting go. Letting go is a gift. Letting go. Thank you for the gift of letting go. The gift of letting go, letting go. Letting go, letting go, letting go. It's okay not to know. Letting go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. It's okay not to know. Let it go. Thank you to the fires of purification, cleansing fires, to burn away that which is no longer needed. Give it back and pray for peace on earth, peace within me, peace within our hearts, peace within we, peace in the world, peace in our families, peace in our communities, peace in our stories, peace in our bodies, peace in our minds, peace in our lives, peace in our selves, peace, peace, peace. May you be at peace. May you feel peaceful. May you feel well. May you be happy. May you feel held. May you know in your heart all is well. Love you all. Be love for yourselves.